These zodiac signs have a third eye. There are special zodiac signs that see beyond the obvious. They sense when something is about to happen, sense lies without words, and are able to read the energy of space as if with an internal scanner. This is not fantasy. These people really have an active third eye. Their intuition is stronger than logic, and their inner insights are more accurate than any calculations. Today, you will find out which of the zodiac signs has this innate gift. We will analyze how their clairvoyance manifests itself in real life, who senses danger, who can read other people, and who gets answers in a dream. If you want to understand your power more deeply and learn how to use it, this video is for you. Subscribe to the channel if you are interested in the topic of energy, subtle perception, and magical abilities. And be sure to write in the comments how accurately you recognized yourself or your loved ones. We are beginning to reveal the secret of the third eye. Who is on this list may surprise you. The first sign is Aquarius. The third eye of Aquarius is active not as an intuitive sense, but as an internal system of signals that allows one to see deeper than any analysis. He does not guess, he knows, and with precision down to the smallest details. Aquarius does not need time to feel a person. He immediately sees the essence, even if the interlocutor has built dozens of protective masks around himself. His perception works like a scanner. In seconds, it forms a clear understanding of who he is dealing with and what to expect from this connection. This ability is felt in everyday life, in the decisions that Aquarius makes before others. He does not get lost in ambiguous situations. When others doubt, he already acts, because the internal beacon gives a precise impulse, forward or stop. These are not emotions or logic. This is exactly the third level of perception, where reason and feeling combine into one precise decision. Aquarius often goes against the flow, because he already sees where everything will lead. He is not afraid to be the first, because he is internally confident that his course is correct. The third eye of representatives of this sign is especially active in matters of the future. They anticipate changes in technology, in trends, in relationships, in society. Their thinking is ahead of time, but not due to fantasy, but because they already grasp hidden reasons that have not yet manifested themselves in the outside world. Aquarius feels the forks in fate and is able to choose the point at which the strongest path will open. His internal navigation works even where logic turns off. He can feel the approach of change through internal discomfort, anxiety, or conversely, sudden inspiration. These states are signals with which the third eye communicates, attention, an important moment. And if he listens, the path will always be successful. His strength is not in reactions, but in proactivity. He takes a step before an event occurs. This is the essence of his inner vision. A particularly strong channel is activated in Aquarius during moments of collective instability. He not only senses tension in space, but also knows how to distance himself from chaos. Where others lose ground, he maintains a cool focus and sees a way out. And this way out is always non-standard, unusual, unexpected for most, but absolutely precise. It is as if he receives a diagram of something that has not even begun yet. The second sign is Taurus. The third eye of Taurus is active in a stable, practical form, which works not in abstract states, but through clear inner knowledge. It feels where the truth is and where manipulation is. It catches falsehood faster than a person can utter the first phrase. The energy of space, the intentions of others, undercurrents, all this is read instantly without analysis. This is not a voice in the head, not visions and not anxious feelings. This is confidence that comes clearly and lightning fast. Taurus sees the essence of things. He does not need to try 100 roads. He chooses one, but unmistakably. Inner vision, like a built-in compass, helps to determine not only the right direction, but also the moments of action. He can wait a long time, but if the third eye turns on, he gets up and acts decisively. And he always ends up in the right place at the right time. This is not magic, but a deep connection with reality, which allows him to see not what is on the outside, but what is hidden under the surface. The third eye of representatives of this sign is especially powerful in matters of people and money. He immediately feels who can be trusted and who cannot. He does not fall for beautiful words or lucrative offers because he instantly senses where the trap is. His perception of financial energy works as if he knows in advance which decisions will bring profit and which will result in losses. And if he rejects something, it is not because he is afraid, but because he has already seen the consequences. His inner vision turns on especially brightly when it comes to property, investments, strategic choices. Taurus can unexpectedly refuse a deal for everyone, and after a few months, it will become clear that it was this decision that saved him from problems. He can silently leave a relationship because he felt that there is only emptiness further on. He does not always explain his actions, and he should not. His third eye works clearly and quietly without ostentatious mysticism. Taurus never call themselves intuitive, but their actions often surprise others with their precision, because their third eye is built into reality. It does not draw images, it gives clear internal signals. And those who have learned to recognize them move through life confidently and without losses. The third sign of Pisces. The third eye of Pisces is the main organ of perception, always active without switching off. Representatives of this sign live in constant contact with invisible flows of information that surround any situation, person, event. They do not ask the question, "Why do I feel this?" They just feel, and with such precision that their perception sometimes scares even themselves. They know who is calling before the phone rings. They understand that someone is lying, even if it is the best actor. Their perception is not just intuitive, it is all-pervasive. The third eye of Pisces is especially vividly manifested in dreams, premonitions, and lightning-fast insights. They do not need to think about the situation. The right decision can come in the form of an image, a smell, a sudden internal yes or no. They feel changes weeks before they become visible to others. Their warnings often seem strange, but time shows they were right. They cannot explain how they know, but they know for sure and always on time. This gift is especially strong in interpersonal relationships. Pisces are not mistaken about people. Even if they continue to communicate, inside they have already read all the motives, the whole essence, the whole path. They can be soft on the outside, but on an energetic level, they scan everyone who enters their field. Their third eye sees the soul, not the mask. And if they distance themselves, it is not a whim, but protection from what has already been predicted. The power of Pisces' inner vision also gives them the ability to see future outcomes. They feel where the situation is leading, even if there is not a single visible sign yet. They can change the route, decision, relationship, simply because their perception has recorded, "Here is the end." And every time this sensitivity turns out to be a saving grace. The third eye of Pisces is not an effect or a feature. It is the essence. They see the essence of what is happening, as if someone erases the veil of reality before their eyes. They capture energies, vibrations, emotional backgrounds, and transform them into precise sensations. Their strength is in accepting these signals. They don't argue with them, and that's why they're always half a step ahead. The fourth sign is Virgo. Her attention to detail has nothing to do with simple perfectionism. It is not a character trait, but a tool built into perception from birth. A representative of this sign can see not only what is on the surface, but also what is happening at a subtle level of interaction between people, situations, events. She does not say this out loud because she is used to analyzing silently, but the third eye of Virgo is active all the time. It does not include images, does not require meditation, does not need special training. This is an internal warning system, a system for recognizing lies, danger, manipulation. When someone enters the room, Virgo already knows his motive. When she is offered a deal, she instantly senses a substitution of meaning, falsehood, hidden intentions. Even if the facts have not yet been revealed, Virgo's third eye is already sending a signal. Not everything is clean here. She can check this logically later, but first there is an internal reaction. It is impossible to deceive her, because the perception of Virgo is a fusion of reason, intuition, and a scanning channel that is aimed not at miracles, but at the truth. The peculiarity of her third eye is the ability to distinguish the important from the random. She does not waste energy on abstractions. Her focus is precise. When it is necessary to make a choice, Virgo never guesses. It is as if she receives internal instructions: what to say, where to go, who not to talk to. Everything seems logical, but in fact, behind each action, there is a subtle perception, unconscious for others. Even in childhood, a representative of this sign begins to notice that people often say one thing, think another, and do a third. And then a constant check is turned on inside her, the correspondence of words and actions. It is due to this that she easily predicts behavior, even if a person tries to hide emotions. In extreme situations, Virgo's third eye becomes especially sensitive. During stress, she does not get lost, but on the contrary, her perception sharpens. She begins to see where someone is standing, what will happen in a moment, and how to act. This is not intuition in the classical sense. This is a sensory analysis of the future that works automatically. Sometimes she herself does not understand why she did not go there, did not answer the call, did not accept the offer. And after days or weeks, it becomes clear her internal prediction mechanism worked, not based on fears, but on an accurate reading of the field. Virgo's third eye does not depend on the lunar phases and does not need symbols. It is in her ability to analyze silence, intonation, direction of gaze, breathing rate. She turns every movement into data that she instantly processes. Therefore, she is often one step ahead. Not because she is smart, although this is also true, but because she has a mechanism built into her that connects real logic and hidden information. The strength of her third eye is in practicality. She does not retreat into fantasies. If she dreamed of something, she will check when and where it can happen. If she has a premonition, she looks for confirmation in the actions of others, and she always finds it, because reality cannot deceive the one who sees through it. Virgo never calls herself clairvoyant. She does not need a name for her perception. Her third eye is a working tool built into every day. It manifests itself in small things, in choosing a path, in avoiding problems, in precise words spoken at the right time. Therefore, she manages to avoid mistakes and find a way out where others get lost. She is not a witch. She is an observer who is always one step ahead because she sees a little more than others. The fifth sign is Aries. There is a tension of unquenchable search in his gaze. This is not just determination or the will to win. It is a working internal compass that does not allow him to turn aside. Aries does not sit and wait for signs. He feels the impulse and acts. This is the manifestation of his third eye, which manifests itself not in mysticism, but in the exact, unmistakable direction of movement. He never asks where to go. He just knows. The representative of this sign has a built-in mechanism of target recognition. He can find himself in an unfamiliar place, but in a couple of minutes, he feels where the right point, the right person, the right energy are. His third eye is not an image, but a vector. It indicates who is worth listening to, who to ignore, when to step on the gas, and when to stop. And even if he seems impulsive to others, inside, everything is different. When he makes a decision, it is not an instinct. It is a quick, lightning-fast internal scan of the future. He sees what will happen if he does not intervene. He feels how everything will collapse if he remains silent. That is why Aries is always the first, even if he does not realize why he started this way. His third eye does not discuss. It acts. In conflict situations, he always senses in advance where the hidden threat is. He can laugh, speak loudly, be impulsive, but inside he records every look, every micro-movement. He knows who is ready to betray, who is lying, who is pretending. He sees this structure even in the closest ones. The peculiarity of the third eye of Aries is the power of instant prediction. He does not build long reflections. Everything happens in seconds. Entering a room, and he already knows where it is dangerous. Communication with a person, and he already feels falsehood or potential. All this is turned on automatically without rituals and signs. This sign can predict outcomes. He may not explain how, but his decisions often turn out to be correct. Even if logic, statistics, or the opinions of others are against him, he still moves forward because the third eye has already shown the outcome. And when everything comes true, he does not rejoice, he just knew. When Aries works in a team, he feels the energy of the group. He knows who will pull down and who is capable of shooting. He does not always share this, but he draws conclusions instantly. His third eye is not mysticism, it is a strategist. He calculates the field, like an experienced player who feels where there is emptiness and where there is potential. Aries' third eye works most strongly in instability. When everything collapses, he does not panic. His consciousness becomes sharp, his decisions are accurate. He is able to quickly assess the risks, feel where there will be a breakthrough and where there will be a failure. Therefore, he often turns out to be a leader in difficult times. Aries does not look for signs. He himself is a sign. His third eye does not speak in riddles. He gives a clear order, move, and he moves without hesitation. And often this is what leads him to victory, because he acts on inner knowledge and not on external noise. His third eye is a breakthrough mechanism. He does not predict, he leads.